So in our previous video, we discussed some of the key takeaways from the Directions EMEA Virtual 2020 conference, but now we'll take a deeper dive into some of the content covered in the sessions over the 3 days. So going to you first, Ian, can you tell me a little bit about one of your favourite sessions and what it covered?
Wow, that's a wide-ranging question. There was so many sessions that were very useful, but of course, any session where the MVPs in the Business Central world are involved, I think every session's worth looking at. You know, you had speakers like Waldo and Freddie Christensen presenting topics, but one of the most interesting guys at the moment for me to follow and listen to is Steve Renders. He's actually an MVP for one of Microsoft's other ERP systems called Great Plains. It's more in the US market than in Europe and the UK, but he's actually transitioning into the Business Central world. So he's going through a similar journey to a lot of our customers at the moment, coming over from different ERP system into Business Central. So I always find him entertaining, and yes, some of the pains and some of the tribulations and questions he's asking and coming up against, we see these all the time. So it's nice to see that the MVPs run up against the same things that we do as well.
And Jeff, what about you?
For me, as Ian alluded to, there was a vast array of sessions, as we said, kind of covering marketing, sales, the different areas of the business for us, for developers, consultants, and support there. But also kind of all brought together as well, even right down for technical architects around AI and the future and the way it's going. For me in particular as well, this year seemed to have a lot more around the strategy. So the overall keynotes even added value in there around the changes that have been suggested in the portal there for partners to provide, and it was shown on there that 47 of the different suggestions that have been put forward over the course of the year had been implemented, which isn't a bad hit rate really when you think of one a week. What else in terms of the business side, the leadership, it was really powerful as well to see the empathy side. So just talking about the way that COVID and the present situation has impacted partners, all of their clients, the different businesses, and you know, right down to every level of staff, and then within the businesses, which kind of business areas, which functions had kind of taken a hit, or which ones had soared in terms of manufacturing and growth around food and production. So there was really lots and lots of information there for us to really drill down to and help us have empathy as well with our customers, which obviously at TSG we're trying to do. From a day-to-day perspective, you know, right down to all of our staff, understanding the pressures that people are under. So as our nominated charity this year, Mental Health UK, again, tying it together around that full piece for me was something that was really strong.
Fantastic. And Irene, do you have any thoughts on what your favourite session was?
I watched a lot of sessions, and there were a lot of sessions that they were my favorite. And I'm getting really passionate with Business Central, so you know I have a lot of that I love. But I've enjoyed a lot a few of the sessions that there were, for example, AL development for consultants and the power of power ups for consultants. So they had a few sessions where people that don't have a development background could follow and understand a few things. Even the session for the CDS, the Common Data Service Integration, I really enjoyed it, even if I'm not a developer. And it was amazing seeing the auto resolve conflict, for example, a functionality that they have, and it was a nice way of presenting it, because some of them were presented from Microsoft, but some others were from partners, and we can see their trip and how they going through this phase. And I just want to mention also that there was also interaction outside of the sessions among some booths that partners had, where you could go in and have chats or even video calls. That was amazing also. So I would say that my favorites were a few that they were a little bit more technical, especially the Common Data Service Integration. but the way they presented it was a really easy way, even for a non-developer, to watch them.
So Sam, Irene covered some of the things coming in the Wave 2 2020 update there for Business Central. Is there anything else that you feel would be of value to our customers that's coming with that release?
Absolutely, and you know, not only all the sessions on the functional areas, which gave us great insight to all the changes that they've made, and you know, they've really listened to the partners and added some real value into the product, but also they've given us a lot more tools and capability around being able to help support that platform, being able to debug in a production environment, looking at insights and telemetry in terms of the performance of the Azure platform, and allowing us to really dig down deeper and deeper to deliver real value add and performance to our customers, and minimize downtime or issues with delivering Wave releases to the customer. So yeah, it was very, very interesting, and yeah, I would have liked to have gone to all the sessions, but obviously that's not possible. But
not
yes.
even at a virtual conference, no, especially.
No, sadly.
So looking forward to the future of the Microsoft platform and Business Central, did the conference provide any insight into how that will look?
Yes, there were a few things. So obviously they mentioned things about the Wave 2, that it's been released and most of our customers will be upgraded soon if they're not already. They mentioned a few things that they're coming soon, so they will be here before the next wave in April. So but they also mentioned about the roadmap of Microsoft. I think they mentioned that they had 47 things that they've done, that they were in the in Microsoft's well, there were partners asking for them. Am I right, Sam? Did I mention?
Yeah, it was 47. Yeah. You're right.
47. Yes. Yeah, great. So they've done a lot of things that we've asked them for, so that's great. They have this nice system where we can vote also and support nice ideas that they're planning to do in the future.
And was there anything there around, I think it was to do with the low code, no code approach that's coming in terms of the integrations in the Power Platform?
So some of that integration pieces they've been doing, we've been over the past year or two, we've been working with it on some of our customer solutions. The connector that was originally just to CRM Online then became split in two for CDS and for Dynamics 365 sales. That's getting better and better with each release. The first one that came out was almost completely locked down, and now it's developer customizable. So it's great. We're now getting functional consultants able to do simple bits of development, which is just changing a table to make that connector work better in an environment where some field has a drop down that's not the same. We've also been using the Power Automate connector to join other parts of CDS into Business Central. And so it's great when those connectors get improved and that whole integration piece between the two technologies gets better. We can deliver better solutions and it doesn't cost a huge amount of money to do it.
Fantastic. Great. So if you haven't seen our previous video, be sure to check that out. It gives a good high level overview of the conference and some of the key takeaways from that. But thanks to our panel for their insights from Directions EMEA 2020.